For my book, do I keep everything saved as separate chapters or do I make it all one long document? What do I do? That is exactly what we're going to go over today. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Mary Kate M.K. Williams. I'm an author. I love sharing my insights about all things books and publishing with you. Before we get into the details of today's topic, don't forget to hit subscribe. You'll be notified every week when I put out new videos about publishing, making a career of being an author, and now being a mompreneur. So, as an author who has self published since 2015 and who signed with an agent in 2013 and had my first traditionally published translation come out earlier this year in 2025, I'm letting you know at the top of every video who this is for. And honestly, this video is for all authors. Whether you self publish or want to traditionally publish, you need to know how to make a book into a document that others can read. So let's go through each phase of creating the book and when it can be separate files and when it shall be one file. So drafting. Now, I know some authors who like to keep each chapter as a separate document. It's easier for them to see how long it is. They can focus on one chapter at a time. I get it. Some authors, like myself, want everything in one document. Personally, I like this because I can do a quick search and see, have I already used this phrase too much? Did I already address this plot beat? Some like their books drafted as separate chapters. When you're drafting and it's just you, do what feels good for you. Like there's no rule for how you have to draft, whatever works best for you. So now when we move to the editing phase, when it's time to edit and revise and someone else is looking at your book, maybe it's a critique partner who's looking at it before you query, maybe it's a beta reader, even a developmental editor if you're going to be self-publishing, when you invite someone else into your book, it needs to be in one document. Don't make it harder for that person to piece together in order. They have to go in and out of dozens of files, like especially if you're paying an editor, make their job easier. It should all be one document in order. Okay. Now you can use whether it's in Google Docs, whether it's in Microsoft Word, you can designate like chapter 1, chapter 2, and there can be an easy navigation pane. And then they can write down like, oh, I left off here, but like it's one document. When you're querying, okay, so if this is you're going to go the traditionally published route, when you query an agent to be traditionally published, you need to have one complete document. And then what you're going to do is you need to break it down to be like the first 5 pages, first 10, first 15, first 50-page increments, depending on what the agent wants. Those should be separate files for when they ask for that. And then when they ask for the full manuscript, send them the full manuscript, one document, just one, or however they have asked you to have it. But they're going to want it as one document. Don't send them 50 different chapter files that don't. They may ask for supporting documents like a synopsis. Maybe they want that as a separate file or within the same document, but like the book itself should be one document. Now, when it comes to formatting, so if you self-publish, when it's time to turn your Word document into an EPUB file for ebooks or a PDF file for print, you need to send one complete document to your formatter. And that needs to include your title page, your dedication, table of contents, bibliography, whatever needs to be in there, all needs to be in there in one document for your formatter to be able to put it all together. Okay. Now, your cover files for your print will be separate. Your cover file for ebook will be separate. And when you upload, you'll see there's a separate spot for that. But the interior, the meat of your book should be in one document when you send it to the formatter or after you have formatted it, it should be one document. Do not plan to go to KDP and upload 50 different individual chapter files. That's not the case. If you're working with like Ream, which you can do like serialized fiction, yes, then each episode, each chapter should be separate, but otherwise it's all one document when you're self-publishing. Now, the only exception to everything I've just said is audiobooks. So when you have a self-published audiobook or if somebody is traditionally published your audiobook, each chapter becomes its own audio file. So you'll have front matter, you'll have each each chapter is its own audio file. That is the only time your chapters will be broken up into separate files as a finished complete book. Did that answer your question? I want to make sure everybody feels like they know what they need to do going into each different phase. If you have more questions, please comment them below. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and maybe hit that shiny new thanks button. That tells YouTube you got value from this information, and now they can get it in front of other authors like us. and you can get back to writing your book.